Part 3, Evil Lurking Beneath Your Feet. Produced by Black Bottom James at BKK Productions. Theme: Jesus is real. All of the occurrences of the past were part of a master plan devised by the enemy in deceiving man into believing he was conceived by another race of beings, superior in intelligence, from the stars. They are responsible for all of creation, including the earth. Remember, there are only two beings in this universe having the ability of changing man's thinking, being the true God of this universe, God and Satan. If Satan can place a little doubt in the minds of man, it will keep man from aligning with God and trusting him for his salvation. God was not astonished or alarmed by these actions, causing him to depart from his plans. God's plan for this planet and man is unquestionable and conclusive. Nothing will change his plans for the earth and man. Man must choose Jesus at some point in his life or suffer the consequences. For those choosing Jesus, he will have everlasting life. If not, the darkness of the enemy awaits. This life was meant for one decision. All other things are irrelevant, as they will be left here, abandoned, unneeded. All the experiences, knowledge, capabilities, encounters and incidents were here for a purpose, for bringing your heart and soul to Jesus, for no other reason. Man must make that decision, and the enemy is determined in fooling, misleading, and confusing man into crafting the wrong decision. Be aware and advised. This is the most critical choice in your life. There is life and death in this assessment. The enemy wants man to believe his creators were another being, the Anunnaki, Sumerians, or whomever the enemy chooses in representing him. Again, the enemy has been planning this rhetoric since God threw him out of heaven. He has planned and taken created every opportunities in attempting to dethrone the Lord God Almighty so he can become king and lord of the human race. The earth was not designed for that specific reason, but it can accommodate all other requirements dictated by man. As the earth rotates around the sun, we are spinning counter-clockwise on an axis. Man was placed here at his temporary home, being participants in an engagement of existence, experiencing any one of 4 climates per year or only one temperate zone. During this period of adjustments, his experiences through the ages will encounter any engagements requiring decision, directing this path through this journey of entanglements, paradigms, auspicious or volatility, and all other departures, verifications, or segments, distinguishing corrections needed for making the proper adjustments, easing the pain from one calamity to another without losing focus or causing an uproar, while meeting the criteria of the requirement. This journey is not a walk in the park. At every increment, there are duties of assignment, measuring your mettle, ensuring you can assume the responsibilities of the grade. Life kicks hard, and there must be a responding kick just as hard, bringing out all the unencumbered, contumacious, and palpability present in reoccurrences. In meeting the requirements of the journey, it takes obstinance, vigilance, intangibility. The enemy will do everything possible in testing your solidity and physicality by deliberately placing delusions and deceptions in your path, seeking errors in judgment and selection, deterring your presence from the correct path and perception of reality. Many people have and will fall for his intended pattern of apotheosis, leading to their demise and termination. The enemy has confused man on so many fronts of aggression by entangling their beliefs and possibly sold down a path of doom and regret. Many have yet to discover the lies and detriments of the enemy. The enemy uses similar traits as Jesus in selling and defining his religion to man, but he is not God, only able to perform similarities of deeds none equating to truth, love and freedom. Nothing he can present has the virtues and foundation of truth. He can only simulate this rudimentary but foundational, essential elements of life. Life on the earth is only a test bed for those continuing this epic, intrepid, ostentatious ascension into the blissfulness of heaven. This is the plan of the enemy, trying to eliminate man from heaven. He is not going, and his desire is to deter, suppress, or restrain us from those heavenly gates. This is the purpose of this life, from the perspective of the enemy. Man must never enjoy or understand the salvation awaiting him, depriving him of a sustained perspective of heaven. He must never learn the evils in the structure or erection of these monolithic and megalith structures, hiding its purpose, and in this case the architectural conceptions. These were creations by the enemy using his design, comprehension, and all components of the edifice. Even though it was a nearly perfect structure, they were far from perfection, as who and why were the compositions completed? There was not a shred of virtues, morality, or worthiness exploited, as each megalithic stone was placed. Although these are the pinnacle in construction methods has ever witnessed for their precision, meticulousness, and fastidiousness, in God's eyes they are a picture of recklessness, unbridled rashness, and selfishness. These efforts were the summation of pure evil, denoting a malevolent and malicious intent, which is why there are only remnants remaining of these obelisk and megalithic formations. God will destroy or restrict man's knowledge of things he does not wish to re-emerge. The enemy has organized the buildings of monoliths and mega-monoliths on every continent and many countries, demonstrating the presence of ancient advanced civilizations by the remnant artifacts predating the era of time of its existence, leaving their remaining megalith structures weighing from 30 to 900 tons of solid granite or limestone, with granite being the second hardest stone in the world behind diamonds, having a density of 2.65 to 2.75 g/cm and found available on all 7 continents of the Earth, being used to persuade and convince man there were aliens from another world inhabiting the Earth, as these ruins were beyond the capabilities and expertise of ancient civilizations occupying and existing in these areas, but were also the forefathers of mankind, as we are the offspring of these ancient aliens. It is very easy to convince someone the Earth is not your home, when upon arrival, a departure from a vessel from the sky will be awe-inspiring. Upon arrival, descending from the clouds, local inhabitants will automatically consider your presence a descent from the gods, based upon their religious thinking and beliefs. They will be treated as nobles and priests, impressing all your worshippers. Unless it is expressed there should be no worship, we are unworthy, we are men as you. Unfortunately, those were not the responses expressed by the new arrivals, but plainly stated, we are your gods, demanded to be worshipped and venerated. These being were the fallen angels with the ability and proficiency to construct vehicles never seen, impressing their new worshippers with their intellect, adeptness, and capacity for designing new structures, configurations, and edifices beyond the thinking and faculties new imagined by these hunter-gatherers or shepherds. These presented new logic and reasoning for building structures unlike nothing these people had seen before. These beings were also physically larger and/or a different species than humans, but still fallen angels able to convert their appearance. Now, God is the constructor of the universe, having authority of all created things. The universe was created by God, and the enemy was created by God. At the end of the age, God will take away from Satan having access to the powers available by manipulating the forces of the universe.